Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Word with a Twist Tarot. Today, we're going to do another deck walkthrough, and this time it's come all the way from Switzerland. It's called the Mystical Keys, and I found this on Etsy. I've had my eye on it for quite a while, and it comes with a little certificate of authenticity, which is kind of a cool little thing. The back of the cards, I'm assuming, look like this, and it just arrived today. Waiting for about a month to get it. I'm telling you, it was really worth the wait. So here's the box it came in, still in the plastic, as you can see. They did a really nice job of packaging this thing. So we're going to open it up here and see what's on the inside. I'm looking forward to this one big time. All right, so here we are. Here's the box. Now, how's this thing open? Okay, it's a little flip top. Oh, nice. Really nice. That's inside the box. Or the lid of the box, at least. It looks really cool. And this booklet. Oh, wow. Got a couple decks in here, actually, not just one. All right. So here's the booklet that comes with it. It's called The Mystical Keys, a Kabbalistic Tarot. Includes Seal of Solomon magic cards and divine letter cards. I'm going to look forward to reading with these decks. So it's a nice little book, pretty detailed, kind of walks you through what the different things mean according to the Hebrew, which is pretty amazing. Okay. Have any spreads in here? No, but just walks you through the Hebrew letters, also the elements with the signs and those planets. This is actually really, really cool. A list of recommended books if you wanted to pick up to do some more reading. This back here. Just bear with me. Okay, there's some more of his other decks that he has to offer. Again, these are on Etsy, so I'll definitely drop you a link in the description. Okay, so that's the booklet. Now the decks. There's two of them. Or three, I don't know, we'll find out. Okay. So in the box, it comes with these two bundles of cards. Move this to the side. And they have this little band around them. So let's take this off real quick. Ooh, that's cool. The cards are really nice, actually. Good quality. All right. So this is the tarot deck. All right. And then in this other bundle, which we're going to go through as well, is the alphabets of the Hebrew letters. And oh, there we go. Oh, this is cool. So you have, they're all kind of together here. So you have these cards, this deck. You have, wow, this deck. And then the third deck, which looks to be about the different signs and the houses that they sit in. Can you imagine how amazing the readings are going to be with a deck like this? I mean, look at how rich in meaning just by comparing these four decks you get at one time, you know? And look at the thickness of these cards. A normal average tarot deck. Let's see. Whoops. So it's it's a little bit thicker on this side. But these cards are a little bit smaller, which is actually fine by me. So they're all the same size here. So I'll lay this down to kind of give you a comparison. Not much bigger, but a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with the tarot and the major arcana cards and moving through the minors. All right, let's put these aside. All right. So let's go ahead and sort these out real quick. So here is the majors. And then let's go to the minors. Oh, they're color coded too. So, okay, so the red rosy color is the wand, which is fire. That's cool. Blue emotion cups. Makes a lot of sense to me. Like earth, like a fleshy, well, not fleshy, but like a yellow tan mind. It's the sword card, which makes total sense. And then lastly, we have the coins, which is earth, green. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with the major cards. I'm just going to fold these and run right through them because I just think these are fascinating. So then, starting out, this is the Fool, which is the Aleph. That's interesting. The Magician, the Bet, which is a house. They say that the Bet letter is the house of God, is or the divine, is where the divine, the creator, lives within the realms of earth. The High Priestess, Gimel. And the Gimel is a camel. It moves through the desert. That's interesting. Empress is a Dalit, which is a doorway. Venus, love. That's a really cool card. Emperor, hey. You know what's funny with this letter? Sorry for shaking the pan, but the hey is a definite article. The, like, if you said Haberashit, that means the beginning. Bereshit is just beginning. But when you think about the Bet, like I said a minute ago, house, so you're inside of something, inside of what? A beginning, not the beginning. Just a little side note there. The Vav, the Hierophant. So a Vav is a connection between the upper and lower worlds. So when you see the Aleph, right here, in the Fool, that's the Vav. Can you see it? And then these two letters here are the Yod. So what the Aleph is all about is it connects the upper world to lower world through the Vav, the Hierophant. Because the Hierophant is that divine connection between the two worlds. Now, of course, some people can push dogma on this, where it makes the Hierophant something most do not like, but that's not, when you really think about it in terms of this Hebrew, it has much more rich meaning to it. All right. After that, we have the Lover, Zion. That's interesting. Gemini, the mind. All right. Chet, the Chariot. All right. Willpower, Cancer, love. The 7, consciousness. Well, not conscious, that's the 8, but 7 is more like, when I say consciousness, it's more in the aspect of observation to really assess something. That's the Chariot. Oh, strength. Tet. Interesting. The Hermit, the Yod, the divine spark. So what happens when you have the Hermit? You have to go within to reassess, to seek guidance from within, to know how to move forward on the earthly or spiritual plane. What I find interesting is this is yellow. That's the mind. Blue is emotions together. And the Yod's in a green earth element with a Virgo. Oh my gosh, I'm loving these cards. After that, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Kaf. The Wheel of Fortune is about what? Chances and so forth. Well, not destiny, but chances and so forth. Luck. Be a lady tonight. Then we have Justice, the Lamed, the Libra. Nice. Oh, the Hangman. That's the Mem. So the Mem is also a sign of water. They have a Mem Safit, which is a closed Mem. This is opened. Very interesting. Oh, yeah, right there. Water. Didn't even notice that until after I said it. That's the number 40. And 4 is stability. This is a 12, which is 3, communication. So through communication, the 12, 1 plus the 2, 3, communication, creativity. Through that, you have stability. And notice the reds, that's your fire passion. The Noon is death. That's interesting. And it's a Scorpio. You notice how it's 55, struggle, strife, death, transformation. Temperance, the stomach. Balance, Sagittarius. Really cool. Ooh, Capricorn, the devil, the iron, that's the eye. So the iron is about the eye seeing. It's a 7, again, observation, 77, observation. And the 10 and the 5 is a 15, the 5 and 1 is a 6. Through seeing you can have harmony once you assess that which you must break free from, the devil. The tower, the pay, 88, that's the, what do they say, the Christ consciousness or the infinity symbol. That's the 8. And then you have here the 16. So again, you get to the consciousness, the 8, the tower collapsing by observing what it is you should do to move forward. And you have the Mars, which is what, the god of war. So the tower. Ooh, the star, Aquarius, Sadi. That's interesting. 9, attainment, hope. It's all about hope. Wow, I love these cards. Oh, the moon's Kof. Now I'm confused. Was the other one the monkey or this one? I can't remember. It's been such a while. But it's 100. And 100 goes back to a 1, the possibilities. And you see the face there is kind of sad because what the moon's about is fear, right? And so you have to break free from the fear in order to move forward. Or you move in the shadow, not the true light. So therefore, it's a little bit deceptive. Another way of looking at it. After that, we have the sun, Resh. That's the head. Interesting. Judgment, the shin, teeth. Wow, fire. This is an outstanding deck. And then lastly, we have the world, Saturn, 400 at the top, the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And you want to hear something very interesting? Check this out. So we're at the end, right? The Tav, okay? That's the last letter, and you read it from right to left. The first letter is the Aleph, but the middle letter is the Mem, right? I'm showing you something here. I think you kind of like it. So when you think about this, clear my place here, you have the Aleph, the Mem, and the Tav, Hamet, right? And what this means is truth. Because when you go through the entire alphabet from beginning to end, you have the truth. And that is from the full to the fourth, because it takes your strength in order to speak the truth. And when you can do that, you can move through the entire major deck to get to the end. All right. So then after that, we're going to move into the minors. We'll start with the cups. This is the ace. I'm just going to go through them. If I see anything I like, I'll call it out. Oh, Keter. That's interesting. Hokmah. Wisdom. So two of cups is all about wisdom. All right. 3, 4, chesed. All right. 5. Oh, man. Interesting. Interesting. The cards are the same except for the positions that are lit up. So this is the 6 of cups. Scorpio, sun. Interesting. 7. I'm just going to run through these. I'm not going to comment too much. No need to. Oh, the princess. That's the pages. The knight. That's cool. Queen. And the king. Interesting again. So I'm not going to really comment, but has the hey and the yo together. Remember, I said the hey is like a definite article, and then the yo is like a divine spark. So he's the divine spark because through the wisdom of the creator, the king can rule, or through ignoring the wisdom of the creator, the king can become a tyrant. And his divine spark can bring heaven or hell upon you, depending on which way it's flipped. And you see how it's fire and water? Because fire and water together keep it calm. All right. Now we're going to go on to the wands. Okay. So that has a hand. Interesting. The 2. So 2s are all around choices, decisions. That makes sense. Okay. Bina. And that's the page. Interesting. It's princess for the cups, but it's the page for the wands. Ooh, fire, fire. Okay, now we're going to go to the swords. Page again. Air, that's interesting. So air on this one. And lastly, we're going to go to the pentacles. Because there's three more decks to go through, I'm not going to do any reading with this. I want to just, share them with you and let you see them pretty quickly. I will be doing readings with this deck, though, but not this time around. That's so cool. Ace of Coins. Smart with your finances. Three of Coins. Mercury and Taurus. That's the Five of Coins. Very cool. All with the Earth. Taurus is almost okay. So far, all these cards because Taurus is of the Earth. Now we have a Virgo. Interesting. So they also group the signs by the element. Oh, Princess of Coins. Interesting. And that is the tarot deck. Next, we're going to look at which one? Let's go to the alphabet. This one here. All right. That is gold foil or something. Really cool. The ox, the fool, the 66. That's interesting. Because the olive has no value. Well, the one. It's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, the magician. Two. Duality. The physical and spiritual realms. Yep, the bet. The positive and negative aspects of life. The home or family. Remember I said that about the house, the bet. Tells you right there. The Gimel, camel, it's right there. All right. So it's movement of progress, kindness and generosity, creating balance and motion between the opposites. And that's the high priestess. That's what she does. Ooh, the Dalit, the doorway. I wonder what the 105 means. Let's look that up. It means a six when you add together, which is harmony, but you have the four for stability, which is a 10. So through possibilities, the six plus the four through possibilities, which is the one, you can have new ways of looking at things, new cycles of life. That's the 10 going back to a one. The hay, the ram. Interesting. Window, okay. The vav, they say, is a nail connection between, remember I said earlier, it's a connector between the physical and spiritual realms, the balance between them, the upper and the lower world, what it's referring to. That's the Hierophant. The Lovers is a sword, a weapon, or tool. Spiritual struggle and overcoming obstacles. Zion, 7. Huh. Fence. Life and vitality, forgiveness and repentance. The 8. Man, this is actually pretty interesting. The serpent, the tet, strength, goodness and purity, healing, and the power of the tongue. Because what you say becomes reality. You speak things into existence. Remember that. The hermit, 9, hand, yod, divine energy and wisdom, the human soul, and the power of intention. Kaf, palm, 20, transformation and change, power and authority. Lamed, justice. The hangman, water, water and the flow of life. Power of the imagination. You know, there's the reason why I paused there. There was something I thought about. So there's a word, Adam, Aleph, Daled, Mem, and that means man, because with the Aleph, you have a connection to life, water. You get that? That's what Adam means, Adam. If you drop off the Aleph, which is divine connection, you have Dalet and Mem. It means the opposite of life. Interesting. Hebrew is just amazing because it's more to it than just a word. It's each symbol is a picture, and then within the picture, it has multiple characters, so it tells a story. And that's why when you see the mem, they have a little thing here. It actually is pretty legit. I'm really digging this. All right, noon, 50, fish, death, faith and commitment, the cycle of life and death. And it doesn't always have to be physical. People always go, oh my gosh, it's a death card. But death is also a transformation, right? It's taking you from a lower vibration into an upper vibration because you can die to yourself and resurrect to a new version of you. That's what death is all about. Temperance, Samic, protection, support, power of prayer and meditation. The devil, the iron. This is a wild, wild, wild set, man. I'm digging it. Tower, pay, mouth. Sadi, fish hook. Okay. Moon, Kof, back ahead. The sun, Resh, the head, and power of thought, leadership, and creativity. Judgment, the shin. Fire and the power of transformation, the balance between good and evil, the tooth. And then the world, the tav. Completion and perfection, the end of a cycle, and the beginning of a new one. And again, 400, which is a 4, which is foundation. And you notice how there's exactly one letter per one card of the major arcana. And you also notice how these are kind of spiritual, right? And the major arcana is what? Spiritual. It's the minor arcana that really deal with your day-to-day task. And you can see here how when you deal with the majors in a reading, it's really dealing with your spiritual life in a sense. And that could be your belief in whatever it might be. It could be Allah, it could be God, it could be Buddha, it could be the creator, or it could be nothing at all. You know, the point being is the connection to your higher power, to the higher version of you. All right, next we have 2 more to go. Let's go with the house cards. First house, house of self, physical appearance, traits and characteristics, first impressions, general outlook into the world, ego, okay, beginnings, and initiatives. I'm just run through these. House of value. This is awesome. Communications, home and family. That makes sense. Pleasure, health, partnerships. You know, as I look at these, I'm just really thinking about how to do a reading with these decks, because I think you can use all three of them or four of them in one reading with different aspects. So you use the tarot cards as your main line, and then you can use these other cards as supporting to the theme or potential for you. Reincarnation, that's cool. Philosophy, social status, friendship, 12, yep, and lastly, self undoing. Okay. So those are those cards. And then the last one to go through is, I guess, this King of Solomon, they said it was, or something like that. Let me see what they call this deck. Yeah, the Seals of Solomon magic cards. So what this deck is all about, the figure of King Solomon, his wisdom and power influenced over many magicians and esoteric since ancient times. The Key of Solomon is a famous grimoire from the Renaissance period and is attributed to him. The seals from the King of Solomon, also called Clavicula Solomonis, represents the pentacles with certain angels, demons, or spirits, each which governs a specific planet and symbolize superhuman wisdom and rule by divine grace. And it goes on. Okay. And then they said here they include also the 12 astrological houses. It says in Kabbalistic astrology, each one of the planets and zodiac signs is associated with a different serapha and is seen as a manifestation of a particular spiritual force. By studying the tongue twister there, astrological correspondence of the seraphit, Kabbalists can gain a deeper understanding of the divine forces at work in the universe. Okay. And then here it goes on and shows you how, I guess, everything integrates with one another, what each of the things mean. This book is definitely worth a read. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to the last set here. Okay, we got these ones, and of course these ones. It's out of the way, it's not part of it. Okay, so, all right, so the last one, last but not least, is the Solomon seal. So we have the first pentacle of Saturn. And actually, I have no idea what these mean yet. Gonna run through these so you can see them. I'm not hip on these cards at all. So it's the first time for me even seeing these. Okay. Kind of following what it's doing here. So you can see around the ring, wealth and riches. Oops. Are in his house. And then it goes on. It's hard to focus. Sorry about that. So every card has a different symbol in the middle, but it seems to have the same writing around the edges on some of these. It'll take a while to understand these cards. I am not vibing with these that well. The other ones I get. This one, not yet. I have to probably sit down for a bit and just meditate with them and get into the symbolism around them to understand what they're actually meaning and the letters and so forth. Remember, like I said, every letter means something. You see here Elohim, the name of God. Interesting. Scorpio, Mars. Huh. No, I'm going kind of fast. There's a lot of cards here, man. I think there's 12 of each. 7 of each. With 7 of each planet or something. Let me go through a little quicker. Mercury, the moon. The difference is in the middle. So you're gonna have to read these and really study them. I know the numerology of these cards. And you notice the symbols too up in the corners. And then the hand pointing to a word. I guess that must be the wisdom of Solomon, the writing on the wall. It was Solomon, but it's popping in my mind right now, the writing on the wall. Okay. And then the last. So anyway, that is this deck, which again, will take some time to understand what it's about. But I think that if you learn these, it's going to add so much richness to your tarot practice and your tarot readings. I can see me right now using these cards here, these cards, which is the majors, and the 12 houses. These I'm not too sure about, so I'm undecided. Anyway, with that being said, if you enjoyed this review, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to know if you like the way these are being done, or if there's maybe another way you like to see them done. And if there's another deck you would like to have me review, drop me a comment as well. Maybe I'll pick it up and surprise you. Anyway, I want to thank each of you for sitting through this with me for the mystical keys, Kabbalistic Tarot, Seals of Solomon, Magic Cards, Divine Letter Cards, which will unlock the hidden knowledge and spiritual understanding for us all today. And again, I will drop that comment. I'll drop the link to the Etsy store in the comments in the description below. And until next time, all my beautiful people out there watching this video with me, thank you, and I'll see you all in the next video. All right. Bye, everybody.